Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome in. Let us turn this down and start that intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the first time since the last time, it's that time, right about that time, for your favorite Pokemon challenge and mine. My name is Sebastian Todd the Third. You may call me ST3. And we are diving back in today to the Pokemon HeartGold Randomizer Nuzlocke. And before we begin, let me say right off the bat, thank you so much for all of the support on episode 1. You guys are phenomenal. Seeing that support already, I know it's a lot of family and some friends, but hitting that like button, hitting subscribe, and just the feedback, I appreciate all of the support. I know we're young, we're growing, we're still learning what we're doing out here, but I appreciate you all so much. Second, I did some off-screen grinding to get our team up a little bit, not very high. We just got to level 10 here. But let me show you the team. Not much has changed with the team, as you can see, all level 10. Venus and Zombie, not much, literally nothing has changed. Their movesets are exactly the same. But let me show you on Clay. Aiken here are Ball Toy. Did get a couple new moves: Confusion, Harden, Rapid, Spin, and Mud Slap. And then, of course, on Grouch, Pokerus! Oh, I did not notice that while grinding. Hey, hey, hey. We will take that. If you don't know, Pokerus is extremely rare. This is only the second time I have ever had Pokerus on any of my team members. So I wonder what Pokemon must have had it when we caught it. And we have to go back to episode 1 to find out what Pokemon had Pokerus. It's a virus that passes along the Pokemon, but it makes their... I also didn't notice that our Baltoy had huge power, which would be phenomenal if it weren't for the fact that he'll lose huge power when he evolves. But okay, all good things. We'll take that. Pokerus, huge power. Okay. But it just makes their stats actually better. Helps them train up for some of their values. I did not fight this trainer. I saved it for here because if we're going to go down in a battle, I want you guys to see it. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully that one loss to our rival at the beginning is the loss. The only loss we have, even before the Nuzlocke started. Once the Nuzlocke started, we're going to go undefeated. This is going to be hopefully pretty easy. We are super effective against Hippowdon, and we are 8 levels higher. I think all of these are level 2 in the non-randomized version. These are all Magikarp, I think, so. And level 11 we go. So the goal today is we are gonna let's go to Clay again. Huge power. We're not really gonna use anything physical anyway. Well, Mudslap might be physical. I don't know for sure. But the goal of today's episode is that we are going to get through this battle, and then we are going to go get the Pokemon eggs from Primo, battle a Sprout Tower. Oh, look at that. Super effective. Boom. And then, depending on where we're at after that, we might go to get the gym. I will say about the Primo eggs, we are going to get you out. Well, yeah, Cypher's part flying. We'll go with our ice type. Of the Primo eggs, I have seen in different randomizers people play. Some people don't get the eggs at all. Some people get just one. But there was a series with Dylan and Luke, United Haze and Game Boy Luke. If you're not familiar, go check them out. Shout out to them. Some of the Pokemon tubers that I follow. And Luke had mentioned that he usually gets all 3. And we stand Game Boy Luke. So if it's good for Lukey, it is good for me. Not that I am anywhere near Game Boy Luke's level of anything. Not yet. Maybe someday. Something to strive for, obviously. That would be phenomenal. He's a wonderful content creator. Seems like a wonderful human being. But right now, we're just doing this to have fun, as we mentioned in episode 1. All right. So that battle out of the way. We're gonna sneak up there and grab that apricorn. So obviously we don't have a chat yet, right? Can't really have conversations back and forth on like a stream or anything. We'll get there hopefully eventually. But let me tell you guys a little bit about myself. I am a happily married man. We got married, my wife and I. Ironically, I married my wife. Weird. We got married just about 6 months ago. We are about 22 days, I think, away from our 6 month anniversary or whatever you want to call it. Um, we've been together now for just about 4 years, and she is just amazing. Um, we did our distracted by gameplay. You know, you watch people play Pokemon on YouTube and you think it's going to be pretty easy, and then you try to talk and play YouTube at the same time, or talk and play Pokemon at the same time. Can't even say the right words. I mean, anybody remember the Toadaqui from episode 1? Uh, anyway, my wife and I went on our honeymoon last November to the Bahamas via a cruise, which was phenomenal. I did use this Pokemon Center, so we're not going to get interrupted by Lyra there. As it was easier during my grinding. Um, but let's take a look here. We're going to have to deposit someone um, just so we have an extra slot in the box or in the party so we can get all 3 eggs. Let us move. No offense to Nosepass, but we will move. Especially if Nosepass, if she was the one that brought us our Pokerus. Because I think she was the last one we caught. So I apologize if she is the one. But we will put her up. For the moment, at least, we will get the eggs here. So I did go in, and if you're not familiar with how this works, there is a website where you can find it. Find the different words here. I never know how anybody figure it. I don't know how anybody figured these out. Let's see. Yeah, this is taking too long. We might skip this because I know there's a way to get to the ABC. I just don't know what it is. That would make this a lot easier. We're looking for the word klutz here. There it is. Klutz. Drizzle. Yeah, Klutz and Drizzle, and we're looking. Can't even see my letter machine, I believe, is what I have written here. You know, maybe we'll just do the one because this is so difficult to find this without being able to get to the ABC. I mean, I suppose I could use my mouse, but I don't want to. I don't want to have the mouse in the recording if I can help it. So we will go machine. I know this is like high tier content right here going through. So we'll just get the 1 egg right now. Maybe I'll grab the other 2. No worry, fam. We're gonna pull some strings, give you this egg, and it is Ledian. All right, we'll take it. You know, obviously it's not hatched yet. So let's go. Since we're gonna just get the 1 today. There's plenty of other encounters. The way I've treated eggs too is I try not to count them as being on the team until they're hatched. So if we run into a Ledian in an encounter, um, Nuzlocke rules, right? It's not a species or a dupes until it's out of the egg. So love to usually try to hatch my eggs as quickly as I can. When I'm playing on my own, I might use a little speed up and try to do it that way. But I will save you guys from speed up just because if this is working right and you can hear the audio this time of the game, then you don't want to. I don't know if you want to deal with the audio that crazy. And if I didn't do it right, I'm doing it the exact same way I recorded yesterday. Well, then we don't have to worry about the audio at all, do we? I should bring Letty in, our future Letty in, up to the front because that'll help it hatch quicker. And you know, I'll keep Zombie in front for a little bit. We'll train up our. I don't think Dugong gets many, if any, water moves. So, Surf won't come until we get past the third gym. So we got a ways for Surf yet anyway. It's alright. We could pick up a TM. There could always be like a bubble beam, water gun. I totally didn't even read what was coming out Shelter. Probably should have switched over to Bulbasaur. I think subconsciously I must have known that. But everything is good. So as I started to say before, I interrupted myself. So yeah, my wife and I went on a cruise for our honeymoon. And if you have never been on a cruise, I 1000% recommend it. It is phenomenal. I guess I won't say the cruise line just because I'm not sponsored, because who would sponsor somebody in their second ever YouTube video? But I will tell you that it was awesome. We did the drinks package. Neither one of us drink a ton, but we definitely enjoyed being able to just use the little lanyard that they give you, and they scan it. And you could get some mixed drinks on the boat. I mean, you're not driving anywhere, so we drank a little more on the cruise than we normally do, but never really even got buzzed, let alone drunk. But you can also get sodas and stuff with it. And what was great too is that they have some events in the theater and in some other places. And during those events, like we saw a couple comedians, saw a couple concerts, bingo. They have waiters and waitresses, a whole wait staff team that brings you drinks right to your seat. They'll come to your seat, they'll get your order, they'll bring you the drink, and all they need is your lanyard. So that just made life so much easier. So if you're on the cruise, get the lanyard, and then of course buffet style food and all you can eat for the most part, and a couple other restaurants, just phenomenal. And then we had two stops in the Bahamas. We stopped at Nassau, did a lot of shopping. Honestly, we went in November, and the hurricane had gone through Florida not long before, and so our excursion, the swimming with the dolphins, had to be postponed, canceled for that particular cruise. So we just kind of hung out in Nassau, had some food, shopped a bit, did some Christmas shopping, which was pretty exciting to get some presents for some friends and family while you're down there. And then I think the next day we were in Princess Keys and we did some snorkeling. That was phenomenal because you're sitting on the top of the ocean, you're floating, and it just looks like it's clear blue sea. And like you should be able to see through the bottom, and it's just gorgeous. And then you've got the mask on, the snorkel on, and you put your head under the water, and it's a different planet. The coral reef and all the fish, and just so much life, but you can't see any of it from down below, which was phenomenal. Let's see what Professor Elm is calling out. Like I said, this is only the second time I've ever had poker rest. I don't remember the first time Professor Elm calling me. Granted, I often ignore the phone, so maybe he did, but that's exciting. But yeah, just love the snorkeling. Love looking down under the water and seeing all of the aquatic life down below. Had a great time with that. I think we snorkeled for it was either an hour or 90 minutes. One of the guides on the snorkeling adventure actually caught like this huge lobster that he was going to bring back for dinner for himself. And there's a picture floating around of me with a lobster. Maybe at some point when I learn how to edit things and get better at this, I'll put it on screen for y'all. And because we're going to try to bulk record tonight, we got the Yeti full of water instead of the water bottles. So behind the scenes, it is Thursday night. If you can't tell, I just watched the Bruins hockey game. They won 7-1, and I am plan to record hopefully 3 or so episodes here tonight. That way I have time tomorrow to try to, I'll say edit in air quotes, edit the episodes, at least make them presentable enough to put them on to the YouTube, onto the YouTube channel. That way, on Saturday and Sunday, we are going to be away for, well, mostly for Saturday. We are going, I know, fun stuff, to get her oil changed and to get our taxes done. So, I know it's thrilling, woohoo, taxes and oil changes, but that's being an adult, right? So that's our Saturday, and then Sunday, just spending time together before she goes into work. She often works the night shift, so it is, it's, well, whenever we have some time to spend together, it's always fun to do so. So we're gonna bulk record a little bit tonight. So you're gonna see this Bruins outfit a little bit here today, tomorrow, Sunday's episode. So don't judge. Don't know what just happened there with all of that. See how that affects the video recording, but yeah, I have no idea what's okay. We are back. We are cooking with fire. And again, if I knew how to edit videos for real, instead of just get these two things together, I'd probably cut that little bit of weirdness out. But I don't, so I won't. And that's the fun part, I think, for me, of this experiment, this experience, is I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to play Pokemon. I enjoy playing Pokemon. I know how to press record on a couple different things that get things recording, but I don't know how to sync up audio. I don't know how to, create a layout like you see a lot of the PokeTubers doing. I don't know how to edit videos yet, so I did find, yes, please, an amulet coin. We will take that. That is only going to help us get some extra money. We've got Zombie out in front. Let's give Zombie the amulet coin. I did find some software downloaded today to help with some video editing. So I'll play with that, maybe, like I said, tomorrow. See if I can make this a little bit fancier than the episode that went up today. That's not something you want to see with in Sprout Tower, but we are twice the levels, and static on Kyogre. Something to put in the memory break just in case we encounter one. We got the flinch, which doesn't really help us with our paralysis. We should eat a water pulse. Yeah, we're water and ice. We resist a Kyogre immensely. That doesn't mean that Kyogre won't do some damage to us, because it is a Kyogre. I could switch out to Venus, our Bulbasaur. Venus is grass, should tank, but one more hit right there. I don't think that crit mattered since we were in the yellow health anyway after one. But we'll take it. We'll take a crit. Definitely take the crit. So what we might do, just because I don't want to waste a paralyze heal, is we're just going to switch out real quick. And we will take the amulet coin right off after just giving it to Zombie. And we will give that to Venus, our Venusaur. And we will venture on. We still haven't gotten an encounter, I don't think, here in Sprout Tower, which is interesting. I didn't think we'd quite get this high up into the battles without having our encounter, but such is life. And then naturally, run into a Leafeon. We don't really have anything super effective except for Icy Wind on Zombie, but let's see. We don't want to risk in case Leafeon has any sort of, that's awesome, any sort of grass type moves. I won't hard switch. Yeah, we're going to stick with Tackle, but the Poison's going to help chip away at Leafeon. And if we need to use a potion, if we get too low, we might just run back to the Pokemon Center. Might give us a chance to get our encounter, heal up the paralysis, heal up Venus. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And then we'll come back and finish off Sprout Tower. We're not rushing through anything. We're here for a good time. We're here for, just some fun. Gonna try to keep this episode closer to about 30 minutes, as I had threatened to do last time, but failed miserably. Um, but we'll try to keep these episodes to about, like I said, 30, 45 minutes, depending on where we're at. And we're about 2/3 of the way there already. 20 minutes in, so 2/3, half the way. Somewhere in that halfway to 2/3 of the way through, depending on what we do, 30 or 45. And no, we got out of there with no encounters yet. I think the next episode will probably be pretty encounter heavy, because we're pretty close to getting Sprat Tower done here today. So we might try to kick out the gym in this episode, and then we can get a bunch of encounters and start making our way to gym number 2 in the next episode. And then in this recording session, like I said, trying to bulk up here a little bit, 3 episodes, we might be able to get 2 gyms done in these 3 episodes. So we will see how things go. No. And I will say too, hopefully this is some foreshadowing because I know some of the Pokemon that were discussed. But I reached out to some friends and family just to kind of get feels for some of their favorite Pokemon and nicknames that they would give if they were the ones catching the Pokemon. So if we run into those, I will start using some of those nicknames. And then as we continue to grow this channel, we'll start using some comments from the previous episodes. Some of you who subscribe and go from there. So, like I said, I know some people might look at episode 1 and, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We had a Kyogre, and now we have a Palkia. Okay. It would be really great if we had, like, poison powder or sleep powder. Oh boy. That does way more damage than I would like for it to do. But that gets more back than I anticipated. I also don't like that it outspeeds us. I kind of want to switch right into zombie because the ice is going to do good work for us, and I think that's what we're going to do here. That's decent damage from Alignment, but not decent enough. I'm. Let's play smart. Let's get our zombie out here. All right. Tanked the dragon breath better than I thought zombie would, to be honest. So I am excited about that. Let's see if Icy Wind does enough here to kill. No, but we did get the speed drop. I think we just about sped anyway. And then they're going to drop our speed by a lot. Does this do enough damage? No, it doesn't. But we're pretty much full off. We'll just headbutt. Safekeeping. Okay. All right. What you got next? A Dialga? Mewtwo? There's Poison Powder. Where were you a moment ago? We will get rid of Growl for Poison Powder. And we definitely want Sleep Powder. I will get rid of Tackle for that. And that's going to make it so much easier when we do encounter Mons. So, I'm not going to learn Encounter. Or Encore, sorry. A Jirachi! So, another Legendary. This one's Psychic. So we're gonna keep in Zombie here. Because I'm not gonna risk a Stab Confusion super effective against Venus. I suppose Baltoy could take some hits. And with huge we're just gonna attack. Let's see how much Icy Wind does. Try to get a speed drop and then maybe a headbutt. See if between the two of these we can take down this Jirachi with. Ooh, okay. I forget sometimes. I think Jirachi is part steel. So that really was a bad idea. I should have. Yeah. YOLO, right? You only live once. I don't think Jirachi has much for attacking moves other than confusion. We're psychic, so we resist. Did a little bit more damage than I was hoping it would. This is a normal move, but with huge power, will it do? No, it won't do anything. All right, well, let's pray that this Jirachi can be affected by some mud slapping action, and it can. And that didn't do much more. Drop some accuracy. And we're going to get the Jirachi all healed back up. So this is going to be a fun stall fest battle for Jirachi. That's right. We will take the accuracy drops. We will take some good chip damage here. Even if Jirachi wishes, I think we can kill with one more mud slap. So this might have been the play. Aiken might come through big. No, and then she's going to kill it back out. Okay, that's all right. Oh, okay. Jirachi is not playing around. So we're just gonna pray for a crit maybe here and get one. We're gonna get a crit. All right, let's take it. Let's run with it. Can we get one more? Or at least just don't wake up. That's really what because we want you to wake up and rest right here. Beautiful. We will take that. Aiken coming through big. The downside is we do have now 3 Mons who are a little bit weaker. Got a couple potions, but let's not waste those. Let us go heal up at the Pokemon Center, and then we'll come finish this up. It's interesting. You watch all these Pokemon tubers on YouTube playing Pokemon, and sometimes they get through things really quickly, and you're like, wow, they've made a ton of progress in episodes. Sometimes like, how have you not done anything yet? And here I came into this thinking, all right, I'll get 3 eggs in the Pokemon here, the Sprout Tower here, and probably have to do the gym, and then probably some encounters, and I don't know how to flesh this out to 30 minutes because I've never done this. And then we get Kyogre, and we get Palkia, and we get Jirachi. Jirachi with Wish and Rest. So yeah, we are at 27-ish minutes already. Sometimes things just have a way of working out. That is all well and good, my friends. We still have yet to encounter anything in Sprout Tower, so we might try to do that before we run into the top there and see the rival. Thankfully, there's no rival battle at the top, because that would be... It may be a lot easier now. We have Vine Whip, but we want to get some revenge. We've got a ways yet for our first rival battle. Let's just see. Here we go. What is the encounter? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes, 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 yes. Slack off with randomized abilities. Or Slack King even will not have slack or won't slack off as much. Won't have was it Truant as an ability. So this is gorgeous. Do we just throw a ball with it asleep? We got plenty of 17 Pokeballs. We've got the amulet coin. I think we throw all of them if we have to. Or first ball Basti come through. All right. Oh, this is phenomenal. This is power. We're going to get stab strength on this eventually. This is not one of the mons that we have a nickname for yet. But there is a nickname we will use. I'm going to call this Respite, because so many people think that just being lazy and laying around and doing nothing means that that you're lazy and that you're just a ne'er-do-well and don't want to do things. But sometimes you just need a respite, right? You just need to relax and recharge. So let's take a look at our Slack Off, Scratch, Yawn, Motor Drive, which I think, yeah, is what we have on our Dugong. And I learned recently between episodes that Motor Drive, I thought I would still be hit by the electric type move and then raise the speed. No, we can't be hit. So that makes Zombie even more viable for us. But um, anyway, great to have Slack off out there. We are going to move Slack off to the front. We will switch train a little bit, this Slack off, which is a bit of a risk when you're going into a trainer battle. I know, because what if they have Shadow Tag or Arena Trap? I've got a level 3 sleeping Slack off on my team with 2 moves, and we're definitely going to be under leveled for this battle. But it would be as much of a risk if we were to switch train in the wild, because we could encounter a wild Pokemon that has Arena Trap or has Shadow Tag. So if we're going to do it, why not do it against the leader here, Sprout Tower, who's going to have some higher level Pokemon, hopefully give us even better experience for our Slack Off and get Slack Off leveled up. A Slacking would be phenomenal, especially with that Truant. So, heck yes. I've got 2 Pokemon that would easily kill the Marowak, but I would rather progress a little bit here because we are just over the 30-minute mark. And if we can wrap up Sprout Tower in this episode, we might wrap it up right after we wrap up Sprout Tower, wrap the episode after the tower, and then battle the gym to start off the next episode. Yeah, I should have known that. We're already asleep, so I don't think Gengar's going to have much of anything that can affect us. Because Ghost can't hit normal, normal can't hit Ghost, and Gengar doesn't. So here we go. Sprout Tower. 3 Pokemon between us and the end of this episode. 3 Pokemon between us and the end of this episode. Easy for me to say. Elder Joey, what you got for us? Dragon. Crow at Gunk. All right. Fighting and Poison. We will go to our Bulbasaur. No Arena Trap, no Shadow Tag. We get the experience. Mud Slap. I think it's neutral on us. Yeah. The accuracy drop is not ideal. And we can't poison. And we're going to miss sleep. And we're going to miss Leech Seed. You know what I should have done? And I will do now that we both got a static and a Leech Seed up. Is I should have gone right into Clay again. Our ball toy, resist fighting, resist poison, super effective on it in both ground and poison. We get the paralysis. We get a little extra. Not that we need it right now. We're fully healed up. Let's go Mud Slap. I don't know if Mud Slap is. I should look at this right to see if it's physical or special. Because with physical, huge power. Accuracy drop is not ideal, but we're going to get our health right back. Wonderful. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That's confusion. We're both going to miss. And this might just take down the Karagon. No. Boom. 2 more. What else we got? Glalie. Well then. We will start with a little switch train for our slack off. And I think Zombie's our best bet here, because though we don't have anything super effective against this Glalie on any of our Pokemon, it has slow start. Which means we got 5 turns, and that's good to know for us. If we were to get a Snorunt or a Glalie in the future, that Glalie is going to end up with slow start. We don't want slow start. That means we got a couple of chances here to maybe get some damage. Was that a crit? No, that was just really good damage. And the flinch. All right, Zombie. Wasn't sure how well that would do, but Zombie comes through. So we will take that. Respite grows to level 4 and then level 5, so switch training it up. And then Wurmple. You know, there's part of me that would be tempted if our Respite was alive or awake, um, just staying with him, because what is a Wurmple going to do? Drought. Interesting. But we won't. We'll go to Aiken. We will go to Aiken because I think that what I'd like to see is just we're really close to another level on Aiken. We don't get poisoned. Um, I think Aiken can take this down pretty easily. We'll try Rapid Spin. I know that's going to be bumped by our huge power. Maybe it's not going to be bumped by huge power. Maybe everything is special. I don't know. I know what you're thinking. You're playing Pokemon. You said you love Pokemon. How do you not know this? Well, I don't know everything, people. Mud Slap is special. Rapid Spin is physical. Harden's Harden. So, World is confusion. Clearly, that was the play all along. If we'd confusion the first time, probably would be done with this battle already. But nothing wrong with that. Psybeam already. Heck yeah. Let's get rid of Harden because I don't. The only scenario I could see in where I'd want to use a Harden is if we get stuck somehow fighting a Wobbuffet or something. But I would just switch into Venusaur or our Venus, our eventual Venusaur, and see about putting it to sleep, poisoning it, that kind of stuff. Flatter there. It's typically Flash. We've randomized all the TMs as we talked about in episode 1, and um, wouldn't use Flash anyway. I mean, we're pretty much done with any of the cave stuff we need to do to progress the story. Really, you don't have to do anything in the cave. Um, if we were playing Soul Silver, um, it might be good in the Royal Islands. We will likely go get Lugia, the Lugia encounter at least. It probably won't be a Lugia, but once we get to Kanto, but I know how to get there pretty quickly in Royal Islands. We don't need Flash for that. So we will go save up the game and we'll wrap this episode up right here at about 38, 39 minutes, uh, which is pretty good, right in between the 30, 45-minute range that we were hoping for. We got Sprout Tower Dome, we got Valedian Egg. I might pick up the other 2 eggs using a little bit of speed up there. In between episodes, just so we have them, and then maybe get them hatched up for you, show you the team, and then we can take on the gym. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, until next time, I have been Sebastian Todd III, ST3, and I appreciate you. We'll see you then.